So we will discuss the chapter 10 of the class 10, that is light, reflection and refraction. This chapter is very important for exam point of view because the chapter carries 8 marks and it is one of the most important concepts of physics, that is light. So in higher classes also we will be getting the concept of light, and here in this class 10 we got a small introduction of that. In class 8 also we discussed about light, but not that much. And in class 10 we will discuss a little bit about that. So before starting, we will understand what is light first. So what is light? Before discussing the concepts of the lesson, we need to know the term light. So light is nothing but a radiation. So it is electromagnetic radiation. We have different types of radiations like X-ray, gamma ray, ultraviolet ray. So different types of radiations are there, and out of those radiations, light is also one of them. But other rays or other radiations we cannot see with our naked eye or with any like simple instruments we can consider our eye here. So with our naked eye we cannot see the other radiations like X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet rays. Those rays or radiations cannot be seen with naked eye, but light can be seen. So out of that long spectrum, uh, we can see only some part of the radiations, and there is the radiation which can be seen by naked eye is called as light. So in class 12 we will get about this spectrum, and we will put the visible wavelength of the light, and the things which we see with or the radiations which we can see is light, and the things which we cannot see are not light. So in class 12 we will get the concepts in a little more elaborately. Here we'll just understand that light is a radiation, or we can say it as a electromagnetic radiation, so that is seen, or that can be seen with naked eye. Properties of light. So after understanding the concept of light, we need to know the properties of light. So light always travels in straight line. This is one of the important concepts, that light do not travel uh, zigzag. Light always travels in straight line. Light always follow the path of straight line. Means if here we have seen in our life also the sunlight or the any light. Light always travels straight line, in straight line. This is one of the properties of light. And among other properties, so many properties are there. Out of those, in this chapter we will be discussing mainly three types or three different properties, and these are reflection of light, refraction of light, and dispersion of light. So reflection, refraction, and dispersion. Okay, so we'll move next, and first we will discuss the first uh, properties of light, that is reflection. So here one small mistake is there. It should be like reflection of light, not reflection. Reflection of light. So when a light ray hits a polished or a smooth surface, it returns back or bounces back. This phenomenon of light is called reflection of light. So when a light, you see here one torch is there, when light ray falls on a polished or smooth surface. So here we have taken mirror. Mirror is a polished and smooth surface. So when a light ray falls on a polished or smooth surface, it returns back or bounces back. This phenomenon of light is called reflection of light. So pardon me for this mistake. Here it should be reflection of light, not a refraction. Okay. So there are some laws of reflection. So in reflection, some laws are there, and we'll see those. First one is incident ray. So first we need to know what is incident ray. So the light ray which falls on the surface, see here the pink line, the line, this light ray is falling on the polished surface, that is the mirror. So this ray is known as incident ray, and the light ray which returns back or bounces back is known as reflected ray. So this green one is known as reflected ray, and the pink one which is falling on the surface is known as incident ray. And at the point of incidence, where the light ray falls, at the point of incidence, here we have marked with P, a normal can be drawn. So it is 90 degree. It creates 90 degree with the surface, and this side also it will create 90 degree with the surface. So this is the normal. Here we will draw the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal, which is drawn at the point of incidence, all lie on the same plane. So this is one law of reflection. Another law says that angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So what does that mean? Angle of incidence means the normal and the incident ray creates one angle. Here you can see one angle from this incident ray to the normal. This angle is known as angle I, or angle of incidence or of incident angle. And in here one reflected ray creates an angle with the normal. This is known as angle of reflection. So they have two angles are there, and these two angles are always equal. These two angles are always equal. If this angle of incidence is 60 degree, then this reflected angle or angle of reflection will also be 60 degree. These two, their sums are always equal. So these are the two laws of reflection. What are those? Incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane, and angle of incidence and angle of reflection is always equal. So now we'll move to mirror. So in class 8 we discussed about a mirror. So there we got about the plane mirror. But here in class 10 we will not be discussing about plane mirror. We will discuss about something different type of mirror, that is spherical mirror. So here you see one big sphere is there. So it is like a mirror because it is a polished surface and smooth, and it is here we can see different images of objects. So if images can be seen on a surface, then we can consider it a mirror because it's very polished and very smooth surface. So it's a big sphere. It's like a big sphere, spherical mirror. Okay. So if we cut here, we can see another one. So it's also like a big sphere. Here we can see the images of different objects. The boys here, the cycle can be seen, the two ladies can be seen, and all the things can be seen on the mirror. So it's a big sphere. So if one second. Sorry for that convenience. Uh, okay. So if we cut the spherical mirror in the center, we can find like this kind of shape. Here you can see if we cut the big spherical mirror into center or in this middle, we can get a half or semi-spherical shape. So here we can see if we cut one, we can get a semi-spherical shape. So these are known as spherical mirrors. Okay. So when we cut, you can consider this is one big sphere or the spherical mirror, and if we cut here, we can get one piece like this. Okay, and if we cut here, we can get one piece like this. So there are two pieces we can obtain from one sphere. Okay, so depending on the polished surface or the reflective surface or reflecting surface, we can say that there are two types of mirrors we can obtain. One is concave mirror and another one is convex mirror. So which one is concave mirror? If the reflecting surface is this one, inside one. So here you can see if this side is a reflecting surface, we can see the images of the objects on this side, then it is known as concave mirror. Means here you can see this side reflecting surface is this side on the right hand side. If the reflecting surface is on the this side and like outward side, here you can see this outward side, if the reflecting surface is there, or here you can see this is also this side, if it is a reflecting surface, this one, it is known as convex mirror. If the reflecting surface is inward, this inside or this inside, it is known as concave mirror. Here you see this inside this left hand side, this is not the reflecting surface, this gray color one is not reflecting, this outward this side, the left hand side, in this side is the reflecting surface. And if the reflecting surface is in this means like a cave shape or like inward shape, and it is known as concave mirror. And if the reflecting surface is outward or protruding outward, then it is known as convex mirror. So basically we have two types of mirrors, that is concave mirror and convex mirror. So it is in this difference came depending on the reflecting surface. Then of the mirrors. So in the mirror we have some points, and some points are there, and we need to know the terms or the names of the points. So basically, if it is one big sphere, and the sphere is like a circle, or sphere also has a center in the center. So Earth, we have a big Earth, it's like a sphere, or any sphere. All the spheres have a center in it. So this is the center of the sphere. So we have got the one piece, and we have taken this one portion of the sphere, but it is the part of the sphere. So here it is the center, and we have a point at the in between the mirror and the center, and this point is known is marked with capital F, and this is known as principal focus, and this C is known as center of curvature, and the length from the center of curvature to the mirror is known as radius of curvature, because we know that the center to the arc is known as radius. So this is the radius of curvature, and then this length from this the length from the principal focus to the mirror is known as focal length, which is marked with small f, and it is marked with capital R. So this length is half or double of this length, or this focal length is half the radius of the curvature. So if this radius of curvature is 10 centimeter, then this focal length would be 5 centimeter, exactly half of that. And this point, this point is marked with A. In some box it is marked with P also. So A or P, anything. So it is nothing but the pole of the mirror. So it is about concave mirror. So if we move to convex mirror, there will be small changes. So everything is same, just the point, the position of the points are different. Here the center of curvature or principal focus all are on the right hand side, depending on the reflecting surface, because this is like a sphere, and the center will be on the right hand side because the sphere is moving like that. So this is the center of curvature, and this is the principal focus, and rest of the things are all the same, just the position of these ones are different. In case of concave mirror, it was on the left hand side, and in this convex mirror it is on the right hand side. So it depends on the reflecting surface. It is not like that it is always on the right hand side, it depends on the reflecting surface. So you just measure that, and this is the sphere is like this, and this is the center, so we can easily get the center of curvature and principal focus. So this is a small introductory video of the lesson. I hope you understand the concepts very well. If you have any confusion or any doubt, you can directly contact me. I am here to help you in every possible ways. And in the next video, we will be moving towards the ray diagrams and reflection and dispersion and all. Here it is the small part of the reflection and this mirror introduction of the mirrors we have done, and hopefully you have understood. Then thank you for watching.